Hey, this is Movie Edge, and this is my tea collection. And it's not going to be as long as the S's, I swear, because I had a lot of S's. But T's I only have two big stacks here, so let's get started. I'm going to start off with Mill Creek releases. Triple pack of the Three Stooges. These are only the ones that are available on Blu-ray, and that is Time Out for Rhythm, and that was from 1941. Great. Am I pointing it right? This is a great movie. Three Stooges. It's not a Three Stooges movie, but they actually stole this movie with all the routines that they did in it. Rockin' in the Rockies. That was like their first starring movie, but sadly, it was when Curly started having small strokes. So Curly didn't have as much energy as in Time Out for Rhythm. And then finally, their very first movie with Curly Joe, Have Rocket Will Travel, Time Out for Rhythm, 1941, Rockin' in the Rockies, 1945, and then 1959, Have Rocket Will Travel. And then there's another set that Mill Creek put out with the rest of the Three Stooges movies. Well, not the rest, there's one missing, but Three Stooges met Hercules from 1961. Three Stooges Go Around the World in a Daze, 1963. The Outlaws is Coming with the late Adam West. That was from 1964. Checked all the transfers on here. They're beautiful, better than the DVD copy that they put out. But the only sad thing is they're missing a movie, and it is Three Stooges in Orbit. Will that ever come to Blu-ray? I don't know. I have it on DVD, but yeah, these are the only ones I'm showing on Blu-ray. I did show another one. It's on the Mad Magician 3D, and it has two Shimp 3D shorts on there, the way they were meant to be in the original 3D aspect. So those are the only other Three Stooges things that are on Blu-ray. Alright, let's get through this. Train to Busan. The first time I seen this, blew me away. After a while, even if you don't see it with the this is dubbed in English. The one that you see on Netflix, not dubbed. It's only subtitled. But this blew me away. And after a while, you don't even realize the subtitles are there. Great zombie flick. My favorite comedy, The Three Amigos. Chevy Chase, Martin Short, Steve Martin. Three Amigos. This was directed by the great John Landis. And it also had songs by Randy Newman in there. It did a whole bunch of stuff for like the Toy Story movies and other movies. It's got a small parts by Phil Hartman and John Lovitz also. So, great movie. If you haven't checked out that comedy, I think it's from 86, from Orion Pictures. HBO puts it out. HBO is owned by Warner Bros. Taken 1. Taken 2. The one I didn't see yet. Taken 3. This is one that I just picked up at the Dollar Tree. Steven Dorff in Tomorrow You're Gone. One of my favorite movies, John Carpenter's movies. They Live with Roddy Piper and Keith David. Very awesome movie. Meg Foster was kind of pointless in this movie. They could have got a better actress for that, but yeah. But John Carpenter directed a great movie. The fight scene alone was supposed to be more realistic than anything else between Roddy Piper and Keith David. It's funny, but yet it's like brutal at the same time for him to put on the glasses. It's a great scene. This is a Shout. It's a Scream Factory, but it's got reversed artwork. It's got reversed artwork on it. which I should reverse because I like that artwork better than that. It's the original artwork. But yeah, didn't get to slip with it. Kind of depressed about that, but oh well. Troy, the director's cut, which is 196 minutes. You need a whole day and a night to watch this movie. Yeah. Tommy Boy with the late great Chris Farley, and then David Spade as well. And you got Bo Derek's in it, Brian Dennehy, and I thought there was someone else. Apparently not. Tommy Boy, Black Sheep, same thing, same movie. Yeah, produced by Lorne Michaels. This copy, hands down, is better than the 4K copy, people say, and that's why I'm keeping this and not getting the 4K copy. And it's T2 Judgment Day, Terminator 2, and I'd rather just stick with this than spend the money and get the crappy 4K version that they just ruined by trying to make it look too good. Magnolia title. I actually did see this movie. It's actually worth seeing. Gwyneth Paltrow, Joaquin Phoenix, and Vanessa Shaw in Two Lovers. Really good Magnolia picture. This should have came after T2, but oh well. Terminator Genesis. Really fun time travel movie. And I did have a slip at one point, but it got ruined in a fire with the water. But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised at this movie. They could have gotten more violence out of it if they rated it R, but it was a PG-13 movie. It's 2015. The new one that's coming out doesn't look like Schwarzenegger's in much of it. So I even forgot the title of the movie already because it didn't look that good in the trailer. Top Gun's the 3D one. Didn't get it with a lenticular slip, but oh well, at least I have it. Top Gun on Blu-ray. One of my favorites, and I had to have it the right way on Criterion, Time Bandits. This was directed by Terry Gilliam. Yeah. Such people as Sean Connery in here. I know Sean Connery is in here. How the hell with it? But it's a great movie. If you've never seen Time Bandits, you're going to love it the first time you see it. And just a great film. It's good on Criterion, too. A lot of special features. And there's a map in there as well. A funny movie that a lot of people crapped on, but I think it was raunchy. I think it was good, and it fits Sandler very well. And that is That's My Boy. This was produced by Sandler and his company, Happy Madison. Produced by Adam Sandler, Alan Corbett, you know, and his regulars that produce movies. But this is freaking hilarious. Andy Samberg in this movie, great. And a little bit too much at the beginning, really wrong, but very funny. And at the end of the movie is really wrong too, but funny. This one right here, I found it on eBay one day, and it looked interesting, so I checked it out. It's all region, in case you're wondering, but it's kind of hard to find now. The 13th floor. Why isn't this with my numbers? Well, if 13 is spelled out, don't put it with the numbers. Put it with the letters. Simple as that. Oh, I got another, didn't realize I had another Marilyn Monroe in the collection. It's There's No Business Like Show Business. Haven't seen this one in a long time, but I did get it for $5.99. Ethel Merman, Donald O'Connor, and Marilyn Monroe. Great flick. Yeah, from 1954. Another great movie that has to deal with music, and it was produced, it was written and directed by Tom Hanks, and it is That Thing You Do. Great cast, great story, very simple, but Very, very good. Um, there's an extended version on here too, which I did see, and don't think there's. Yeah, there's the time is not listed on here for the extended, but it is much longer. The original is 108, and I think the other one is close to 2 hours. So, yeah. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. I got this at the Dollar Tree. Still have not watched it, but I heard good things. Colin Firth, Tom Hardy, John Hurt, Toby Jones, Mark Strong, Benedict Cumberbatch. Still can't pronounce his name right. And, of course, Gary Newman as a star. Got Ben Affleck, To the Wonder. Don't know what it's about. Dollar Tree pickup. Here's another one. I didn't get this at the Dollar Tree. It was at the Dollar Tree. I actually found this for like 2 something at like the closing Second and Charles. It was Take the Waltz with Michelle Williams, Seth Rogen, and it is nothing to do with Seth. Yeah, it is Seth Rogen did not direct this or produce it or anything. But, yeah, I gotta check that out soon. Movie I also found at the Dollar Tree. And, yeah, Trust. A lot of people were looking for this one, and it's hard to find. Only found one copy at one store at one point, and that was it. And, yeah, really good cast. You got Clive Owen, Catherine Keener, and others. Viola Davis. Good movie. But I didn't see it yet. So, good cast on that. Ted 2, Ted 1, both unrated. This one right here, Thou Shalt Not Grow Old. This movie is fantastic. It's a documentary, which it should be in my documentary section, but Thou Shalt Not Grow Old. Very good film. It is Peter Jackson directed it, and BFL London Film Festival, from the London Film Festival and stuff. 99 minutes, not that long of a movie, but the colorization on this and the way they made the characters look like they were talking, because these are silent films that they actually got from the archives and stuff, and they restored them, remastered them. Beautiful. The one here in the United States, I did check. It's 22 something, and it is it is actually BDR. BDR, and it comes with a DVDR. So it is not worth getting in the United States. It's worth getting from UK, because this is an actual pressed disc, and it's all region. Doesn't say it on the back, but it's Warner Brothers. It's all region. That's the reason why I got this one. It's gonna go in my documentary section. I don't know why it's here. Triple feature: Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original movies 1, 2, and 3. People crap on the third one, but I like it. It was a time travel movie. It's the newer version of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And this is the second one, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shell. Out of the Shadows. Wow, I had to take a double look at that. I don't think they're making a third one to this. I think they're going to reboot it again. So, I don't know. This was a good movie. I actually watched it in California. And of course people were talking around me. So I didn't get a chance to know what was going on. But I'm going to check it out again. Tag. It's supposed to be very funny. What I've seen of it I liked. It's got a great cast. You got Ed Helms, Jake Johnson, Annabelle Walls, Hannibal Buress, Isla Fisher, Rashida Jones is in it, Leslie Bibb, John Hamm, and Jeremy Renner. Great freaking cast. And it's actually based on a true story. Yeah. Movie that I'm glad it's on Blu-ray now. Tucker, A Man in His Dream. Did not see this for years. I used to watch this on cable. I had it on VHS. Well, I recorded it off VHS. It is Jeff Bridges' true story about who is this? True story about Preston Tucker, the inventor of this car. And yeah, it's also I think it was executive produced by George Lucas. It's all region, in case you're wondering. And it's Lionsgate. Originally, this was put out by Paramount, distributed, and now it is Lionsgate distributes it. Don't know why. But this is also in Europe as well. So, got a retro slipcover here. This one is really cool. Taxi Driver. This movie is awesome. Never had it in my collection, so I figure I want to get this just for the slip, but I don't have it in the collection anyway, so kill two birds with one stone. This is the original cover, in case you're wondering. And yes, this has Robert De Niro in it, Jodie Foster, and and nominated for 4 Academy Awards, including Best Picture in 1968. Taxi Driver. Martin Scorsese film, I think. Yes, Martin Scorsese film. He also does a cameo in that movie. Tekken 2 with the lenticular, which I didn't see because I don't have the first one yet. A nice first attempt for Amy Schumer. Trainwreck. Really good movie. I highly recommend checking it out. It's also Apatow produced. Yeah, Apatow produced. Wait. Yeah, produced by Apatow and directed by Judd Apatow. So, yeah. That's why it was good. The 35th anniversary edition of Trading Places, also directed by John Landis. Has original cover work on here. No, same cover art. I think it's all the same special features as the one before it. The one before it went out of print, and this came out a couple weeks later. And yeah. Movie I have not seen yet, but I got for a damn good price. This is, I like Justin Long, so Justin Long movie, Tusk, directed by Kevin Smith. Next, Kermit's Ghost sent me this one, 12 Monkeys. I've seen this a long time ago. Great Bruce Willis movie. Brad Pitt's in it. I have to revisit it again because, yeah, there it goes. This is all region. It's Universal. It's all region. Next, people shitted on this movie, but I liked it. Personally, I liked it. I thought it was funny. A lot of stupid humor in it. Melissa McCarthy. And then Tammy. This is the extended cut. You got such people in here as Susan Sarandon, Allison Jennings, Gary Cole, with Dan Aykroyd. Kathy Bates was hilarious in this movie. Yeah, so it's well worth checking out. I don't say it's a bad movie. I say it's a mediocre comedy. It's from Warner Brothers, so it's all region. Something I'm so happy to have in my collection, and that is 13 Ghosts. Got this as an import. I had to get this on Amazon.uk, I think. But it was well worth it. This is all region. I think this is out of print there. Here, it's on a double feature pack with 13 Ghosts and House of Wax, which I really don't care about House of Wax. So I wanted to get it like this, since it's all region. It's a great movie. It's got Tony Shalhoub in it. He makes that movie. The kill scenes are awesome. One of my favorite movies from the 70s, 1974. Taking a Pelham 1, 2, and 3. This was remade with Denzel Washington. Didn't really care for that one. This one's much better. It's got Robert Shaw in it. Of course, the star, Walter Matthau. And Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller's father. Jerry Stiller is actually in this movie as well. So it's well worth checking out. I think this is on Kino now. This is the MGM version. Same print, probably. Something About Mary. This is a comedy classic. First time I seen this movie, I was crying. Ben Stiller getting beat up by Cameron Diaz's brother in the movie. Hilarious. And it's Bobby Farrelly, Peter Farrelly. There's two versions. They're both rated R. The theatrical version 119 and the extended version 130. And there's a lot of stuff put back in this movie that the reason why I got an R rating for the extended cut is because there's nothing really to say it's not R rated. It's just normal scenes that were just extended. One of my favorites from Touchstone Pictures. This is a classic. It is Tough Guys. It is Burt Lancaster, Kirk Douglas. Burt Lancaster, rest in peace. Kirk Douglas is still with us. He's like 102 now, living with Michael Douglas, his son, and Catherine Zeta-Jones. So, yeah, good for him. This is the original artwork, and then they redid the artwork. He updated it to that, which is good too. It also has an early role by Dana Carvey in this movie. He wasn't a comedian in this movie. He played it straight. So, yeah. And there's some other people in here, but they're really not that famous. But it's a great film. If you have never seen this, this is an 80s classic from 1986. Touchstone's top of the mark when this movie came out. Next, movie I haven't seen, but I'm glad I have it, that I can see it. That is The Town. This is the extended cut, and it's also the theatrical cut on there. The extended cut is 153 minutes, and the theatrical cut 125. I'll probably watch the extended cut. Take Me Home Tonight, another movie that has to deal with the 80s. It wasn't made in the 80s. It was made in 2011. And it is an underrated comedy. And was it... Yeah, it was based on a story by Topher Grace. I mean, and who was in this movie? Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt is where he met Anna Faris. That lasted a long time. And you got Dan Fogel, which is now on The Walking Dead. For how long, I don't know. And Teresa Palmer. And the rest of the cast I don't see on here. But it's actually an underrated movie. Color. Our picture. Color. Good movie. Trespass with Nicolas Cage, Nicole Kidman. Didn't see it, but was $1. And I read the, I seen the trailer online. It actually looks pretty good. I just gotta dig into that one day. Another great Richard Pryor movie and Jack Gleason, The Toy. This movie you could not get away with today. Absolutely, positively not. Because of the fact that a white kid goes to a store. His father says, buy anything you want in the store. And he buys a black man, wraps him up, put him in a box, and makes him work for him. I don't think that would fly today. I really don't. It's a great, funny movie. Richard Pryor is awesome in it. It's a Richard Donner film, so it is actually hilarious. Scotty Schwartz. This is his first movie. He did other movies like A Christmas Story and I don't know what other movies he was in, but then when he got older, he got in the pornos. That's right, he was in porn when he got older. Ned Beatty's in this. The other cast now. But if you haven't seen The Toy, this is a classic from 1982. Really good movie. Haven't seen this yet. I want to. Seen the 2 Lara Croft Tomb Raider movies. Did not see this yet. It's 2 hours. It is Tomb Raider. I got this one from Family Video, so cheap. This movie just was hilarious. This is the end. I love how they just played themselves in this movie, but a dramatical selves of them, and this movie is just hilarious. It's got a great freaking cast. You got James Franco, Jonah Hill, Seth Rogen, Jay Baruch, I think it's pronounced his last name, Danny McBride, Craig Robinson's hilarious, Michael Cera, which is not even in that movie. It's like maybe a minute or two. Emma Watson, she has a good 5-minute role in it. There's a bunch of cameos at the party before the apocalypse starts, and it's directed by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, and produced by them as well. They were supposed to make a sequel to this, kind of like this was a fake. This was an actual movie that they made, and the next one was supposed to be the premiere of this movie, and then the real apocalypse happens. But I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon, because I heard about it. Seth Rogen talked about it, but I don't think so. Great movie though, one of my favorites from Seth Rogen. Throw Mama from the Train, a great black comedy, and it's about killing his mother and killing Billy Crystal's ex-wife, and they get the idea from a Strangers on a Train movie from Alfred Hitchcock, and it just, yeah, there's deleted scenes on here that actually were put in the television version. Why weren't they just edited back into this? I don't know. Theatrical trailer, a special feature called The Night Was, Why Do They Hate Your Mother, Craft a Dark Comedy. It's just a classic. I love this movie. I can watch it over and over again. Rest in peace, Anne Ramsey. This was not her last movie. I think Scrooge was her last movie with Bill Murray. She had a small part in that. And then before this, I think she was in The Goonies. And then she did some really early work. So, great movie if you haven't watched it. This movie I thought was going to be a load of crap. Tooth Fairy with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. It's actually pretty good. And it's actually got a lot of cameos, such as Seth MacFarlane, Billy Crystal, countless numbers of Julie Andrews is in here, Ashley Judd. I want to see the second one with Larry the Cable Guy, which I might get the double pack of this to save space and just sell this one. I don't know yet. Talladega Nights, good movie, not as good as Step Brothers. Well, I have a big old sticker on the back I forgot to take off. Not as good as Step Brothers, but it's good. You got a great cast in here. Michael Clark Duncan, rest in peace. Gary Cole, Sacha Baron Cohen, he was hilarious in this. John C. Reilly, another hilarious guy. Jack McBrayer is in here, and written by Will Ferrell, Adam McKay, directed by Adam McKay, produced by Judd Apatow, and there's more people in this than this, but it's not listed. But it's a funny movie. It's a redneck white trash movie, but it is hilarious if you want to see it. Can't think of her name. She was in Glee. Jane Lynch is also in here. She plays the grandmother. This is 40. Not what I thought it was going to be. Thought it was going to be hilarious. This is it is sort of a sequel to Knocked Up, but the only character from Knocked Up you see is what's his name? What was his name? That was in something. Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Forgot his last name. Jason Segel is in this. This is the only character that comes back in this movie. It's an Apatow written and directed movie and produced by, based on characters by him too. So it's not as great as I thought it would be. The extended cut is 2 hours and 7 minutes, or 2 hours and 17 minutes, and the theatrical cut is 2 hours and 14. So it's not much difference. This one I have not seen yet, but the cast looked great. Some people liked it, some people didn't, but I want to give it a try. It's about a wedding, people sitting at table 19, and you got Anna Kendrick in it, Lisa Kudrow, Craig Robinson. I'm a fan of his. Stephen Merchant. The other two I do not know. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's Fox Searchlight production. Don't know what's going to happen to Fox Searchlight. Is it going to stay there, or is it going to get on its own change? I don't know. Oh, great comedy from written. Was it written by him? It's directed by him, and written by him? No. Directed by him. And I'm talking about Burt Reynolds, rest in peace, and Dom DeLuise too, rest in peace. The End. It's a great dark comedy about a man that his life just is getting to the bottom, and he wants to kill himself, but every time he tries, he fails. There's a hilarious scene where he's got a whole bunch of like drugs on the table, a whole bunch of pills, and he takes them all in his hand, and then he has a milk carton. He puts all the pills in his mouth, opens up the milk, drinks it, and he's like, he spits them all out, and he looks at the milk, it's like, expired. Damn it! He's like, that stopped him. And there's other situations that stopped him. So he goes to this like nut house and he talks to Dom DeLuise. He's like, you know what? Just try to kill me. Surprise me, just try to kill me. So then when he tells him to stop, he doesn't, and he tries to keep killing him. It's an hilarious movie. Robbie Benson as the priest, who was really young in this movie. Carl Reiner is in it. Pat O'Brien, Christy McNichol, which was really young. Myrna Lloyd, really Myrna Loy. Norman Fell from British Company. Joanne Woodworth. David Steinberg. Smothers. No. Sally Fields. Just a great freaking dark comedy. I highly recommend it. It's just too bad it's in Region A locked. If you have a Region Free player, I recommend to get it. One that I had to get as an import because it was out of print here. You can find it on DVD sometimes, but yeah, this is the extended cut. It's True Romance. Christian Schrader, Patricia Arquette, Dennis Hopper, Val Kilmer, Gary Oldman, Brad Pitt, Christopher Walken, and it's got Michael Rappaport in there. Great freaking cast. I haven't seen this movie in years, so I bought it, and I'm probably going to sit on the shelf for a while until I get a chance to watch it. The extended version of this movie is 121 minutes, so it's really not that long. Tony Scott, rest in peace, director of Top Gun and other films. This Means War. You got Reese Witherspoon, Chris Pine, Tom Hardy. Great flick. It's a rom-com, kind of. The Thing 2 movie collection. It's got The Thing, the original, on here, and it's also got The Thing, the remake, on here, and 2 separate discs. This is all region, so both of them are all region, and I decided to get it like this instead of buying them separate. Don't really care for the artwork. They should have done a better job at it. And as far as, well, the disc, they at least have artwork, so yeah. But if you want to save space, there's a way to go. This is a very, very good film, and I highly recommend it to everybody if you have not seen it. It's a very rare film to find. I'm talking about Titanic. And it's Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet, James Cameron film. Great freaking film. From what, I can't remember what year this is from. 1997. It feels like it was yesterday it came out. And it's 194 minutes, but the time just flies by. If you actually watch this movie, it is borderline PG-13 into R. They say the F word in there like 3 times. Of course, there's a topless scene with Kate Winslet, violence, a lot of other violence going on, and strong language and stuff. So this movie is borderline PG-13 into R, really. But it's just a masterpiece from James Cameron. And yeah, wish I could have seen it in 3D when it was re-released, but I didn't get a chance. And if you see this, I highly recommend the Disney movie Ghost of the Abyss, because it continues to show you what the Titanic looks like underwater. Well, not today. It's been put out like a long time ago, but great film to see after Titanic. It was an IMAX film, actually. Tower Heist, one of the underrated comedy. It's got Ben Stiller, Eddie Murphy, Casey Affleck, Alan Alda, Matthew Broderick, Tay Leomi, Michael Pena, and Gabri Seisberg. Can't pronounce her name. She was in American Horror Story and Precious. Gabby. Great heist movie, and the ending is kind of surprising on how he hid the gold in the movie. It's really surprising, and it's really good. Yeah, I highly recommend this movie. It's just that good. Tower Heist. It's all region too, because it's Universal. Another underrated film that Eddie Murphy did that I think is up there with Norbit, that people just crapped on, 1,000 Words. Really good movie. And something happens to him where this tree in his backyard, every time a leaf falls, every time a leaf falls, something bad's going to happen to him at the end. I forgot the exact end of this movie, and I don't even want to tell you if you haven't seen it. But after all the leaves fall, something bad happens to him, and he tries not to make the leaves fall. I guess when he lies. It's when he lies, he's got to tell the truth, and he's got to be a better person. I highly recommend this movie. It's a really underrated comedy from Eddie Murphy. This, I think, is all region because it's Paramount, and most Paramounts are all region. It took me a long time to get this because the price would not go down. Great movie, great. One of the last Nicolas Cage movies that I've seen that I have to say really good too, and that is The Trust. Nicolas Cage, Elijah Wood, and the very last screen performance, a little role from Jerry Lewis himself. This came out in what year? Nope, that's wrong. It's 2016 it came out. Um, Really good storyline. It's about cops that go bad and try to rob the robbers. And shit goes down. But yeah. Uh, I just got this movie. I wouldn't actually have seen this movie if it wasn't because Jerry Lewis his actually last performance in the movie before he passed away. And yeah, it's only 92 minutes. It's Region A locked, but it is in the UK and Europe. Trans-Siberian, I heard nothing but good things about this movie. I found it at the Dollar Tree. It's got Woody Harrelson in it. Ben Kingsley. The rest of the cast I don't recognize, but got good reviews on IMDb. This one is a double feature. Mill Creek. The first one here is from Hollywood Pictures. They're both Hollywood Pictures. Terminal Velocity with Charlie Sheen. I haven't seen this in years, but when I did see it on cable, it was a great movie. This one, White Squall, haven't seen it. It is re-released to... Both of these are re-released on Kino now, but you still might be able to find this at, like, used stores. Both PG-13. This movie came out... It's not going to tell me because it's Buena Vista, but it's 102 minutes. James Gandolfini's in this movie as well. Natasha Kentridge and Christopher McDonald. And in White Squall, you have Jeff Bridges, of course, Carolyn Goodall, John Savage, Scott Wolf, and that's it. But and it's directed by Ridley Scott. So yeah, this is all region, in case you're wondering. So if you're looking for these movies in Europe and the UK, and you want something that plays in your B region player, both of these will. It's on one disc though. That's the only sucky thing about it. But yeah, both good movies. Too bad Charlie Sheen screwed up his life. I had to put that 2 cents in. A movie you can only get on Blu-ray in Australia, and I'm glad they put this out, from Touchstone Pictures. Tom Hanks, and it's all region. Turner and Hooch. One of my favorites from Tom Hanks when he was at Touchstone making movies. This was released on Blu-ray, Lawnmower in the background, in 2013. And when, yeah, of course, there's no actual date when the movie came out. No, but this is a great movie. It's sad at the end when, if you haven't seen it by now, Hooch dies, but he has puppies with another dog, and story starts all over again. But great movie, well worth getting the import Blu-ray. Next, Total Recall. This is a classic right here with Schwarzenegger. Very violent for the day. In fact, it was so violent it was going to get not an NC-17 because it didn't exist at the time, but it was going to get an X rating for all the violence. And well, there you go. Well, that lawnmower is going to be annoying, isn't it? Yeah. Next movie, I'll just talk a little bit louder. Next movie is the remake to Total Recall, and this one I liked as well. It was pretty cool. This is an all region, in case you're wondering. It's got the what is it? Who's in this movie? Colin Farrell, Kate Blanchett, Jessica Biel. Now, the three-titted alien is in this movie, and it's in the PG-13 and the unrated version, so that's a treat. And she looks a lot harder than in the original one. Just putting it out there for people that didn't see this movie. Yeah, so Total Recall, great movie. Movie I haven't seen, but people, when I showed this originally on one of my haul videos. People say it's a really good movie, and it is Tactical Force with Steve Austin and Michael J. White, I think. This was put out 2011. Haven't gotten to Steve Austin movies. The only one I really liked was The Condemned, which I still need to get. Oh yeah, this is a great one. This is a great one. It's from my Hollywood Bingers. All Region, of course. Tombstone, baby. This is a classic right here. And Kurt Russell, Val Kilmer. But there was also other people in this movie as well. Sam Elliott, Dana Delaney. Who else do I recognize? Bill Paxton, rest in peace. No. Michael Rooker from The Walking Dead is in here. Billy Zane. Charlton Heston is in here. But anyway, really good movie. And just a classic. I don't think they're ever going to remake it. I hope not, because that was perfect. Last but not least, double feature. Teen Wolf and Teen Wolf 2. You can actually find this on HamiltonBook.com. This is from Shout Factory too, but it just has no special features. It's bare bones. So you get both of the movies without the special features. But the bad thing is it's on one disc. Got artwork in the background. So yeah, it was well worth the price to get both of them. There's a Bill and Ted's one like this that didn't really last that long. It was at Walmart stores. I never found it, so I had to get the regular version with the two movies separate on disc. That is all for the tease. Join me next time for, see how many we have. Don't have many, won't be a long one. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. This is Movie Edge, signing off. Till next time.